What are the odds that a hurricane would take target on Tampa Bay the very day Eye the Storm was to premiere live from St. Petersburg?
Notice the eastern side of the storm is the roughest.
September 25th's prediction gave pause.
I just moved here a year ago. My brother moved here shortly after me, and I told him to move someplace high and dry so we'd have someplace to go.
As people prepared for Hurricane George, our production team still prepared to put on the program. That was until our broadcast location was put under mandatory evacuation.
The police came through and ordered everybody off the beach. They said that the beach is closed. They reminded everyone that this is an evacuation area.
So the Eye the Storm crew hit the road and headed for Miami and hurricane headquarters, the National Hurricane Center. This place was built to withstand wind and water.
The building is designed to withstand just about any hurricane. The walls are 10 inches of poured concrete. There are 3,000 cubic yards of concrete in the building, enough to lay a mile of interstate highway.
Surrounded by the most advanced weather gathering equipment in the world, Eye the Storm finally went live.
Hello and welcome to Eye of the Storm, one of the most exciting internet-based educational programs this school year. I'm Russell Tewksbury.
And I'm Stacy Strazis. You're logging on to a first-of-a-kind program.
The Eye of the Storm series swept up a number of firsts, starting with becoming the first live non-news video program to originate from the National Hurricane Center. We even took you on a tour.
Yeah, we use several different tools here for monitoring the tropics and tracking and forecasting hurricanes.
Eye of the Storm is also the first live internet program to feature both Hurricane Center Director Jerry Jarrell and Deputy Director Max Mayfield. A big coup, considering the recognized forecasters were recovering from the busiest week in the center's history.
About a week ago, we had 4 ongoing hurricanes at the same time, which we believe is the first time that's happened since 1893.
And for the first time, students from around the world interacted with hurricane experts through the power of the internet and satellites.
And always the one thing we hear after a storm is, I had no idea it would be this bad. It is terrifying. And the folks that went through Andrew down here can attest to that.
And we can attest the program was a success, with students participating from as far away as Ireland and the United Kingdom to Washington State. Surprisingly, we weren't finished dealing with Hurricane George. Ironically, our next Eye of the Storm program rolled into Mississippi right after the eye of Hurricane George blew into Biloxi.
Things are slowly but surely getting back to normal, and that was probably the biggest hurdle, was making sure that everything was ready for when you came in.
Came in with special permission from the Department of Defense. We went to work on Keesler Air Force Base, home of the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron. The sky was literally the limit for this program. Planning actually started with the Pentagon, permitting us to fly with the world-famous hurricane hunters.
Pointing down to there, we'll descend down to 10,000 feet.
We even worked with WC-130s on the ground. One of the huge planes undergoing maintenance provided our backdrop when we went live from Hangar 5.
Hello and welcome back to Eye of the Storm.
But before you saw this, it looked like this. Here's a quick look at what it took behind the scenes to pull this production off. The teamwork of a talented crew coordinated what you see on the webcast, from script review and camera setup to adjusting monitors and adjusting seating.
Where Stacy sits and what.
There's also audio and lighting.
Lighting is really important on these sets because it, number one, balances the cameras and makes good pictures for everything, but it's also good for the talent. Often they need it.
All this to get to showtime. Our award-winning director sums it all up.
I've been a director for over 30 years, and there are similar elements to every live show that you do, but then every show is different, and that's what makes it fun.